Hi AbroTubers! Happy New Year here, and this time I'm in Sao Tome and Principe. The view is amazing, and this place, which is a club and a hotel, it feels like paradise. Very good. It's lovely here. So this is my only day off in this assignment, and as you can see, well, it's a nice place. I'll bring a few beers, local beers, and I will do a review when I'm back home. The quality is not too high, and there's no craft beer, but at least you will have an idea of what the local beers are like. Cheers and beers. Well, hello everyone. What you just saw was me in one of the most prestigious and luxurious hotels in Sao Tome and Principe. That was actually Sao Tome, because these are two separate islands, one very close to the other in the Gulf of Guinea. Actually, where Sao Tome is, the southern point of Sao Tome, is a place where meridian number 0 and parallel number 0 converge. So it's the absolute 0 point on planet Earth. But that doesn't have anything to do with this. This video is about this mysterious beer and this beer. Both of them are industrial beers. This one is from Angola, which is a place where I haven't been yet. But, there's a huge influence because both of these countries, their official language is Portuguese. So there's a lot of beers, not only this one. There's actually more than one brand of Angolese beer in Sao Tome. In Angola, also available in Sao Tome. So let's start by this one. This one is called Luandina, presumably because it's made in Luanda, the capital. And all what it says, even if it looks decent and detailed, all what it says is that it's premium beer. So it doesn't give you any more clues about the style of the beer. It's a lager. That I can tell you just by looking at it. Pure malt. Surprisingly, this one has got no corn or rice or wheat. It's, could be a German beer, only by the recipe. So this one comes out at 5. So this one's 5% ABV. Luandina. Premium beer. So, cheers! I'll tell you my honest opinion after this. I haven't tried this one. When I went to Sao Tome, I tried another one which is called Cuca, and that wasn't really good. It was like a watery beer. So, well, this one's a little better. It's got a little bit more character. Not from the hops, certainly. It's just that the malt is there, more present. The other one was really, really, really water. And here I can tell some malt character, a little bit of sweetness at the back end. And, well, it greatly surprised me because this has been chilled. It's October now, so it should be nice weather here, but for some reason it's been 2 days that it's been like summer. So, well, not as hot as it was in summer, because that was a living hell. But now I would say it's nice. It's a nice and quiet day. Long weekend for me. Long weekend I haven't had, like, in ages. So I'm taking advantage of this to catch up with you a little bit. Share this African beer and well, tell you what's going on. To tell you what's going on, I haven't brewed, like, in more than a month. And honestly, I'm undecided as to what's going to be next. It could be Black IPA, which I'm really looking forward to brewing, or it can be an experimental beer. So, I haven't decided yet. Anyway, both of the beers are going to be brewed. I just have to figure out which one's going to go first. So yeah, very nice beer. Would I recommend it? It's an industrial beer. I mean, if you're if you're just willing to know how an African beer tastes like, then yeah, you could buy it. Just gonna pour the rest of it. So yeah, I would say nice, refreshing, industrial beer. Nothing else. And now, the mysterious bottle. This is the mysterious bottle. And you'll see, there are several things I like about this beer. First is the size. It's a 500 milliliter bottle, which is not common in Africa. They're growing in popularity now in Spain, for instance, and some other places in Europe. But it's, they're not the ones that trend. And as you can see, this bottle has no label. But it's not because it's an accident or... No. It's just that it doesn't come with a label. This is the only beer produced in Sao Tome and Principe, and it's called Rosema. How do I know the name? Because the only information you will ever find about this beer is in the cap. When I'm telling you this is, like very primitive, I'm telling you that it doesn't even have a logo. So you can find this beer anywhere in Sao Tome. Anywhere, from pubs and hotels, around the corner. You can just buy supermarkets. Obviously, you can buy a Rosema. You can buy Rosema. Lots of them. It's widely available in the whole island. What is, surprising is that being available everywhere, it doesn't have a logo. So you just assume that when you go to a place, you ask for a Rosema, they have it. They don't promote it. You don't see logos, you don't see things on the street. You see everyone drinking this. That you do see, but you don't see any logo. So that really caught my attention. And obviously, this is only internal product, so it's not available anywhere. I think they're gonna have they're gonna have to invest at some point, because in the cap you can only see the style. Thank you. It says Pilsen, so Pilsner, and then it says Rosema, and then it says Cerveja, beer, cerveza, beer. Then the ABV 4.2, and that's it. It doesn't say anything about the ingredients or nothing. So you just have to figure it out. And here is what she looks like. Very well carbonated, as you can see. Not excessively, just a big hiss. And then look at the color, it's very light. But don't let that give you the wrong impression about this beer. And I'm telling you this because I had a lot of them when I was there in Sao Tome. Very beautiful country, by the way. And the reason I was there is because several years ago they had interesting reservoirs of oil, and now several of my clients are willing to explore and then eventually produce oil. So that's why I was there. So anyway, look at the color. It's very light, as I said. It's super light. It would look, if you're from the States, it would look like a Miller or a Bud Light. Any light beer, actually. Nice head. They did well on that subject. No smell. Just a little malt. Sparkling, I would say they did a great job with carbonation here. And then, well, on the malt side, at least from the smell, nothing. But, wait a second. You need to try it. And here's where it becomes pleasant. Again, nothing out of the earth, nothing really, standing in front of the craft beer scenario. And I said earlier that this is almost industrial, or almost craft, if you will, because, not because of the size of the production. I had the opportunity of passing in front of the brewery, and I saw they had a massive plant. So in terms of the production, it's certainly industrial. But I'm talking about the methods here. The methods, sometimes you could see between batch to batch, from restaurant to restaurant, you could tell there was a different taste. And not only it had to do with the logistics and preservation of the beer. You could see that, for instance, Well, this is not the case. Well, you could see some yeast in some of them. And so, if you're a yeast enthusiast, well, there's nothing here. If you're a yeast enthusiast, you could harvest some yeast from those bottles. So yeah, that's what I have to say about this beer. It's very refreshing. If I had to choose a winner, and it's not because I really like the country, I would say this one wins. It wins for several reasons. Not only size, not only size. It's also based on the flavor. It's really a winner. There's one thing I had to say against the beer is that, look, they classified it as a pils. Well, it says Pilsen, so Pilsner. They believe this. They consider this as a Pilsner, and it's not. It is just a light pale lager, I would say. It doesn't have that distinctive sweetness, neither the body of a Pilsner. And, well, this is not that. Alright, so, nice lager, I would say. And, yeah. And between the two, this one wins. Just based on the flavor and the balance. So yeah, that's it. That's me, and now, I'm giving you, to say goodbye, I'm giving you a closer look, because what you saw at the beginning was, in a peaceful place, what the tourists see, and what you're going to see now is the core of the city. When they party like this. Cheers, and African beers.